AI is coming to Proficy.
Let's talk a little bit about AI. This past week, we were at the user conference, a Proficy user conference in Orlando, hosted by our good friends at Velotic, and we got to see a lot of super cool stuff. What do you think about what we saw last week? At least first impression.
Yeah, first impression is it's more than just a marketing thing. I sometimes say that the marketing technology is about a year or three ahead of the actual technology. And with this AI thing, it's coming in fast.
The energy at the conference was unbelievable. And you can tell in everything that they're doing that Velotic is trying to develop a culture that is all their own.
Yep. I was asked at the beginning of the show, how quickly do I think it will be available? I said, based on past paces, I think it's still going to take some time, but they were showing some real use cases of AI being used. And, we're using AI every day now. We feed AI a bunch of information, and then it's able to bring back insights. We trigger it with thoughts of, we wish we could correlate this information quicker. And AI is able to fill that gap for us and bring it back to us quicker. And hey, why not with our manufacturing data, just like we do with our spreadsheets and other PDFs. So it's real. And with this energy injection from Velotic, I could see it really coming in a lot quicker than we thought it would.
Brian Shepard did a great job of talking about the new company and the direction and what Velotic means to him. And so that, I think, gave some insights to integrators and customers all across the board. Steve Pavlovsky, Vice President of Proficy Product, he did a presentation where they staged an interruption several times through his presentation via Teams. So I thought that was pretty fun. Yep. A couple of the product managers called up and posed questions as customers, and they jumped into the software live to try to resolve some of the issues, really just demonstrating what's coming from an agentic standpoint. I thought it was fun.
And the biggest thing is GE Vernova, to their credit, has been breaking down those silos of individual software fiefdoms of the different Proficy suite for a long time, and they've been integrating them together. Operations Hub has been a big part of that, and the teams have been working together. And now it's just like the gates have been opened, and they're set free to fly. So it's you felt that this past week at the conference.
Yeah, I try not to talk about it a lot, but over the past 20 years, we've seen varying investments, varying excitement around the entire portfolio. However, in the months since the finalization of the acquisition, Velotic has been out in the marketplace screaming at the top of their lungs. Hannover Messe is a European show, trade show that Velotic went out and introduced themselves to Europe. Here at the user conference, they introduced themselves to the world. It's exciting. It's easy to get wrapped up in the energy. I looked a lot at the audience while different speakers were on stage. Lots of smiles from integrators, channel partners, and customers who were in attendance. It was a lot of fun. Make sure that you keep June 22nd through the 25th open to come to Chicago's McCormick Place. Automate 2026 Rain Engineering will be in booth 3662, along with our partners Velotic, Rain Digital Factories, a reseller of Velotic software, and RZ Automation. We're super excited to be at Automate this year. It's bigger and better for us than ever, and we look forward to seeing people there.
I was promised that they'll bring some of their AI type concepts there, so you can see that live.
A few years ago, it was all cobots, and now every sign says AI. If you were going to share one takeaway from the show with our audience, what is the one exciting thing you wanted to share?
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is AI being put on the spot. But the second part, what the AI part was showing was what we just also spoke about there was the energy shift. And that this is really, it is for real. Like we saw when they were acquiring ThingWorx and Capware, and it looked like they were putting a portfolio together. And I guess when we went to that partner dinner, that was another component of it, right? We heard straight from them that this is a real thing, that they're going to build something that's greater than the sum of its parts. And we got a foretaste of that in this conference, and it's energizing to know, okay, the we got a runway now. Let's take off.
Yeah.
So the idea of AI being able to create reports for you. So rather than waiting for somebody in IT with low bandwidth to get you that report that you really only need one time, you can ask AI to literally create that report for you and just use it the one time. And it'll generate the tables of data, and then you can ask it to trend it or whatever, and it'll create those reports on the fly.
Hey, I have these two temperatures and I want to see them when this event occurs. Give me a quick report that shows me, a quick dashboard or whatever, that shows me those 2 points being trended at the time of this event.
Mm-hmm.
And you're troubleshooting a specific thing you may never revisit. And you don't need to build a report. And you certainly don't need to spend months waiting for it.
You just need the insights to accumulate the data together so that you can get the answer. So like at Papa John's, they have a lot of data being collected. It was important to correlate the process and quality data. And he had some hunches that he spoke about on stage. It took him a while to accumulate that information and put it together. And I thought, wow, how much quicker would that have been done if he had access to the right, AI prompt that he could just start at least compiling his hunches together and finally coming to the answer a little bit quicker. At the conference, this is what they're showing right now with C-Sense, is the ability that you can have these templates that get C-Sense up and running quicker. So you don't need to be a data scientist or even have them on your team to start using C-Sense. And it would be for like correlating process and quality data. See how that type of batch was run in the past. And you could say, based on the raw materials and the conditions that I currently have and all my process variables that have currently run, help me know how to tweak those machine set points so that when I run this batch with these raw materials, that the batch will come out correctly. That's with C-Sense. I said that's exactly what we need in plant applications too. People look at the golden batch. How was it run back in time? And how do I need it to run at this time so that it repeats it? And so, yeah, obviously C-Sense would be a lot more sophisticated at that, but plant applications has the same use cases, just maybe not as, when we don't need all the power of C-Sense for it.
Right. And there were a lot of good takeaways. The biggest takeaway for me, I think, was the energy.
Yeah.
Just seeing the people we've been doing business with for 20 years. As long as Rain has been in existence, we've been doing business with these people from Velotic. And now with the energy of the acquisition and a purpose-built software company that's going out into the marketplace and saying, this is who we are, and this is what we do, and we're making this significant investment in the marketplace. The energy that infused into our longtime friends, it was contagious. And so that's my biggest takeaway was we're so early in the game here in terms of the work that there is to do, the product development that there is to do, the sales and marketing that there is to do, that the entire team came away super energetic. So that's my takeaway. So sign up as soon as the doors, as soon as registration opens. Usually it's mid-year, the prior year. But as soon as registration opens up, we want our audience to go next year to the user conference. I probably will be in the same place in Orlando in early May. And I think it's a great time. It was great fun and lots of opportunity for education. There were workshops and different streams. There was a track for people who are MES focused. There was a track for people who are data focused. I think there was a track for the automation focused or SCADA focused folks too. So lots of opportunities to learn, to be excited, to be with people who are in the same boat as you. I think a lot of customers met and talked and said, wow, we're all kind of in the same place and we're wondering what's next. And I think they got a little taste of at least what's next from Velotic.
Yeah, we got some of our customers to meet up and have some conversations, especially like, AI and where Velotic is right now. And also met up with some of the other integration companies and had some good conversations and trying to figure out where is this new world going that we're living in. So yeah, it's about that collaboration, and it offers that space to do so. The booths that they had there set up, they're providing some great demonstrations of what currently can be done and what's right on the edge of coming out soon. So being able to anticipate what's coming next is good, to be immersed in all that. And I'm going to tell you right now, the food was pretty good too.